Verse 11, I am no longer in the world, and yet they themselves are in the world. And I come to you, Holy Father, keep them in your name, the name which you have given me, that they may be one even as we are one. I pray that that verse will rock your religious world. I pray that it will deconstruct anything and everything that you've ever built on religion, and you will come to understand that this prayer is all about relationship. It's the glory of God through first the supernatural relationship within the Trinity, but we are being invited into that relationship. And friends, I tell you, if you are accustomed to or willing to accept superficiality, you are not in the promise and the power of God. Listen again. I am no longer in the world, and yet they themselves are in the world. So Jesus is acknowledging we're still in this mess. So don't let anybody tell you, well, no, you can't have that until you get to heaven. Jesus has acknowledged that we're still in the world. He says, Holy Father, keep them in your name, the name which you have given me, that they may be one even as we are. We need to show the world the unity that is within the Trinity of God as best we can. This is koinonia. This is what Jesus is praying for, that the immediate disciples will so love one another that it will look like the Trinity. That's how close. You say, I think that's blasphemous. Well, read John 17:11. And right about the time you get it digested, watch what happens when we get to verse 21 and he says it again. It's not blasphemous. It's biblical. It's the standard. It's the blueprint of God. It's just been lost in our culture of consumerism in church, where it becomes all about programs and polish and people getting what they want, instead of being called to change and be the people that God has called us to be. Not that our churches become our country clubs or our communities of consumerism, but that it will really be Christ-like people being the church, arresting the attention of the world that says, what is up with them? They really love each other like crazy love, sacrificial love. Love I don't have a description for. I've never seen that before. So that's because it's designed to bring you into the presence of God, that you will see the God that you have not yet seen. We're a doorway through which you are to come into the presence of God and see his love, see his unity. This is a non-negotiable for the biblical church. And it's non-existent in most. I want you to hear that. This is a non-negotiable for the biblical church, and it's non-existent in most. And that's a problem. Not my words. Jesus the Christ, praying to God the Father on our behalf, on behalf of the church, on his way to the cross. That sounds a little over the top. I plead with you to get in your Bible. I plead with you to get to know the heart of God.